You will hear this story for the first time only in this video. Do not forget to write your comments about the story. Have a good listen. In the heart of a quaint, forgotten town, where the streets echoed with whispers of forgotten tales, stood Odin's ancient abode, a decrepit structure shrouded in mystery and steeped in the weight of centuries past. Its time-worn facade bore the scars of time, its once grand features now faded and weathered, like the memories of a bygone era. And within its walls dwelled Odin, a solitary figure whose life had become entwined with the shadows that lurked in every corner of his dimly lit home. Odin was a relic of another time, a man whose wrinkled visage spoke of a lifetime spent in pursuit of a singular obsession: treasure. For as long as anyone could remember, he had been consumed by the allure of untold riches, his days spent poring over dusty tomes and faded manuscripts in search of clues to the whereabouts of legendary hoards hidden away in the depths of the earth. Yet, despite his tireless efforts, the treasure remained elusive, a tantalizing mirage that seemed to slip through his fingers with each passing day. But Odin was not one to be deterred by mere setbacks. No, he possessed a stubborn resolve that burned like a flame in the darkness, driving him ever onward in his quest for riches beyond imagining. And so, year after year, Odin delved deeper into the annals of history, his fingers tracing the faded ink of ancient maps, and his mind racing with the thrill of discovery. He became a recluse, shunning the company of others in favor of the solitary pursuit of his dreams, a man possessed by a singular purpose that consumed his every waking moment. But as the years wore on, Odin's obsession began to take its toll. His once vibrant spirit grew weary, his eyes haunted by the ghosts of dreams left unfulfilled. And yet, still he pressed on, driven by a determination that bordered on madness, his mind consumed by visions of gold and jewels that danced just beyond his reach. Then, one fateful day, after years of fruitless searching, Odin stumbled upon a clue, a cryptic message hidden within the pages of an ancient tome. It spoke of a treasure hidden deep within the heart of a forgotten forest, guarded by creatures of darkness and unspeakable horror. With a newfound sense of purpose, Odin set off on his journey, his heart pounding with anticipation as he ventured into the unknown. For a week, he traveled through dense forests and treacherous terrain, his path illuminated by the pale light of the moon above. But as he delved deeper into the forest, Odin began to sense that he was not alone, that unseen eyes watched his every move and whispered voices echoed through the darkness. And then, one night, as he made camp beneath the canopy of trees, the horrors of the forest revealed themselves in all their terrible splendor. In the dead of night, Odin was awakened by the sound of rustling leaves and snapping twigs. His heart pounding with fear, he peered into the darkness, his eyes wide with terror as he caught sight of shadowy figures flitting between the trees. With a cry of alarm, Odin leaped to his feet, his hands shaking as he fumbled for his lantern. But before he could light it, the creatures descended upon him, a horde of twisted monstrosities with eyes like coals and claws like daggers. In a panic, Odin fought back, swinging his lantern wildly as he struggled to fend off his assailants. But for every creature he struck down, two more seemed to take its place, their unearthly shrieks echoing through the night. Desperate and outnumbered, Odin fled into the darkness, his heart pounding with fear as he raced through the trees. But no matter how fast he ran, the creatures pursued him relentlessly, their eyes burning with hunger as they closed in on their prey. For hours, Odin ran, his breath coming in ragged gasps as he stumbled through the underbrush. But just when it seemed that all hope was lost, he stumbled upon a clearing, a small glade bathed in the soft glow of moonlight. With a surge of hope, Odin raced toward the center of the glade, his eyes widening in disbelief as he beheld the treasure that lay before him. It was a chest of gold and jewels, its surface gleaming in the moonlight like a beacon of hope amidst the darkness. With trembling hands, Odin reached out and grasped the chest, his heart pounding with exhilaration as he realized that his quest was finally at an end. But as he turned to leave, a voice echoed through the darkness, a voice filled with malice and hatred. "You dare to steal from us?" the voice whispered, its words dripping with venom. "You will pay for your insolence, mortal." With a sinking feeling in the pit of his stomach, Odin turned to face his unseen adversary, his eyes widening in horror as he beheld the true nature of the creatures that lurked within the forest. They were spirits of the dead, cursed to wander the earth for all eternity, their souls twisted and corrupted by the darkness that consumed them. In a blind panic, Odin fled into the night, the chest of treasure clutched tightly in his arms as he raced through the trees. But no matter how fast he ran, the spirits pursued him relentlessly, their ghostly forms twisting and contorting as they closed in on their prey. With a cry of despair, Odin stumbled and fell, his body crashing to the forest floor with a sickening thud. As the spirits closed in around him, their unearthly wails filling the night air, Odin knew that his fate was sealed. But just as all hope seemed lost, a blinding light filled the forest, a light so pure and radiant that it seemed to banish the darkness itself. And then, with a deafening roar, the spirits were gone, their tortured screams fading into the night as if they had never been. Gasping for breath, Odin looked up to see a figure standing before him, a figure bathed in the soft glow of moonlight, its features obscured by shadow. With a voice like thunder, the figure spoke, its words echoing through the darkness, with a weight and power that seemed to shake the very foundations of the earth. "Fear not, mortal," the figure said, its voice filled with a strange mix of compassion and sorrow. "For you have been granted a second chance, a chance to redeem yourself and make amends for the sins of your past." With a sense of awe and wonder, Odin realized that he was in the presence of something truly divine, a being of immense power and wisdom sent to guide him on his journey through the darkness. And so, with the chest of treasure clutched tightly in his arms, Odin returned to his home, his heart filled with a newfound sense of purpose and determination. For though the horrors of the forest still haunted his dreams, he knew that he had been given a second chance, a chance to start anew and live his life in the light of redemption. And as he settled into his bed that night, the soft glow of moonlight streaming through the window, Odin closed his eyes and whispered a silent prayer of thanks to the mysterious figure who had saved him from the darkness. For he knew that no matter what trials and tribulations lay ahead, he would face them with courage and strength, knowing that he was not alone in his journey through the shadows.